Let's begin. We start with the first laugh. This is Taylor Tomlinson on dating apps.
I don't think the dating app thing is for me, by the way. I don't think I can do it. Is anyone in here on dating apps? Okay. And has anyone in here never been on a dating app? Oh, I don't care for that. Wish I hadn't asked. The smugness of those woos. I hated every second of that. If you've never been on a dating app, let me tell you what it's like. Every dating app profile, you get 6 photos of what look like 6 different human beings. And then you have to go and sit at a coffee shop and wait for them. Like, come on, picture number 3. Come on, picture number 3. And then he gets there and you're like, damn it, it's 4. But you can't just leave. You got to sit there for 45 minutes, nodding and smiling, knowing you're going to ghost him later. You feel creepy. You feel like Haley Joel Osment in The Sixth Sense. Just like, oh, he doesn't know he's dead yet.
It's time for the Morning BJ. Good morning, Jules.
Good morning, guys.
Morning. Let's hear it.
What do they call doctors that make vaccines for the flu?
I don't know. Scientists. I don't know what they call those guys.
The flu fighters.
They should have T-shirts. If they don't,
They should.
That's what they're known for now on.
Yeah,
Right.
flu fighters.
That's
it. Thank you, Jules.
A healthcare worker in Australia posted a video about patients and silly names. Here she is actually talking about one that they thought they knew how to pronounce, but it comes out that they didn't know how to pronounce it.
Okay.
By the way, it is spelt, and you'll get that in here, Cviillyn.
Very recently, we had a girl come into emergency and the doctor was like, how do you think you pronounce this name? So it was Cviillyn. And I was like, oh, that's easy. I really feel like that would be pronounced civilian. So he goes out into the waiting room and he's like, civilian. Nothing. After a little bit, this girl stands up and he's like, that's me, and I think that you mean Caitlin. So then she proceeded to tell everybody, she was pretty unimpressed, that the VII in her name was actually Roman numerals, so that was an 8. So her name was Caitlin.
Clever.
No.
Kate, 8, Roman numeral.
It's not clever.
But it's clever, but not really for a first name.
It's the dumbest thing ever. It's clever, but you should not be clever when it comes to spelling.
I agree. That's what I'm saying. It's clever, but it's wrong.
You want to be clever and give your kid a different name? Fantastic.
But now we're putting Roman numerals.
This is what I actually hate about the story is that she said, I think you mean Caitlin. Not really. No logical person would look at that and think that's Caitlin. I didn't mean Caitlin. Now,
There's no A in there.
yeah, how would I
It's
know?
CV.
Oh, well, what you should have known was that's Roman numerals. Why the hell would I? Who the hell puts Roman numerals in the name? I do think it's funny they walked out and asked for a civilian at a doctor's office. That could have been anyone, right? I'm a civilian.
My name's Bob, but I'm a civilian.
Are you ready, kids?
Ha! What a dumbass.
Dumbass.
What the hell's your problem, you dumbass?
What? A dumbass.
Great moment there, dumbass.
Planning a party can be really stressful.
More for some than others. Yes, that's true.
I'm not sure it's commit a major crime to avoid it, doing it stressful, but hey, everybody's got their own breaking points.
There's better ways to flake out, but yeah.
36-year-old Jennifer was charged of planning her boyfriend's party this past week.
Okay.
It never happened, though.
Yeah.
Because sometime that afternoon, she disappeared.
That's a unique twist.
Her boyfriend came home, found blood on the floor,
Oh, God.
and reported her missing.
Oh. That's going a long way.
The cops started looking for her and found her at a friend's house the next day.
Mm-hmm.
She gave them 2 excuses
Okay.
of why she had staged her own disappearance.
Mm-hmm.
1, some guys came over, stole her boyfriend's guns, and she thought he'd be mad, so she faked her kidnapping to distract him, to really, sell it. She scraped her gums and let them bleed on the floor.
Ow.
2, she was so stressed over planning his birthday party that she just couldn't handle it anymore. She broke down, and that's why she faked her
What is
kidnapping.
this saying about your boyfriend? If the first excuse you could think of was somebody broke in and stole his stuff, and I knew he wouldn't be concerned with me, but mad that it happened.
Yeah.
Huh.
Either way, the police said she's going to be facing charges because it took manpower to...
Yeah, you just can't falsify. Why the gums?
I don't know.
Ow! That's a painful... I mean, I guess making yourself bleed, not advised. But there's a lot easier ways to get out of planning your boyfriend's birthday party. Like break up with him, you dumbass.
What a dumbass!
A company is now selling a beer can sex toy geared towards men.
Don't drink the wrong one. That's dangerous.
Yeah, that could get bad, couldn't it?
Ew.
The can says Shags, which I think leaves a lot of room for improvement.
You think so?
I
It's
do.
Better?
Like anything from my list today.
Okay.
The top 6 names for the sex toy beer can.
All right.
Top 6 names for the sex toy beer can. Number 6, Pabst Blue Grippin'.
I like that one pretty well. That's not bad.
Number 5, Tight Claw.
Well, not a beer, but still in a can.
Right.
Yeah.
That's close.
Yeah.
Keybone Light.
Ah, Keybone Light's good. Not bad.
Heineken. Heineken.
Heineken. Yeah.
Okay.
I like the others better.
Okay. Number 2, Miller Genuine Shaft.
I like that one. Yeah, that's a good one.
These are the top 6 names for the sex toy beer can. Number 1, Bush.
I mean, it's obvious.
Right?
It's right there.
It's already there. Definitely don't drink the wrong one, though.
Yeah, right.
There's your top 6 list today. Having actual sword fights was a good idea. It happened actually a couple years ago, but a civil suit has just now been filed. Apparently, she was doing a lesson on metal and melding. Brought in actual swords to class.
Okay.
One was a thin European-style reaper.
Okay.
The other was a samurai sword.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Are we talking about the fencing style? That's the European style one? You know what I'm talking about? Is that what it is? The one that looks like a car antenna?
I think so. Similar to that.
Yeah.
Maybe a little thicker than that, though. And then after, bringing them in to look at them and check them out, then she went, you know what? How about you rearrange your desks into a fighting ring? And then we're going to start a timer. And then she had the kids battle it out for 2 minutes each.
What?
Yeah. Predictably,
Yeah. Something
they got
went
a
wrong.
little too into it.
Yeah.
And a 16-year-old girl ended up with a serious gash on her right wrist, a severed nerves and tendons. She's had to have surgery since then. According to the lawsuit, the teacher yelled, "Oh, I'm in trouble."
How correct you are.
And then proceeded to go, "Everybody, delete the footage off your phones."
Yeah.
And no one called 911 for 30 minutes.
Ooh, yeah.
As they kind of clean things up.
Ooh, yeah, that's not good.
She did get fired 2 months later. The girl's family is now seeking an undisclosed amount of money from the school system and her.
They'll get it.
To cover their expenses and traumatic and all that kind of good stuff.
Yeah, it's a wild. God, I mean, I wish I'd have had chemistry classes that were this cool.
Oh, this would be awesome.
I mean, I'm
I'm sure the kids thought it was awesome.
Yeah,
until somebody about chopped a hand off.
all the kids thought it was awesome except the one. 19 of the 20 kids approve. Oh, man.
Oh, there's always one.
How else can I teach chemistry? I'll make them sword fight. This is what I'll do.
It's unique.
You think
It's
she was just
different.
tired of them?
I think that's what it was.
Yeah, surely one of them will kill the other one.
She snapped. You don't, as a chemistry teacher, decide I shall have them sword fight.
All right, kids, today arrange the desk in an arena style, Coliseum-like. I'm going to give you 2 swords.
Miss Samantha.
Here you go, 2 swords. Now, duel.
Ting, ting.
The rest of us can place bets on who we think will bleed.
Yeah, she was hoping they'd all kill each other.
Yeah, I think it could happen to any teacher.
A lot of crazy things in the news. This month, IHOP is selling Girl Scout Thin Mint pancakes.
Oh, that sounds good.
Burger King had this to say about the Wendy's dynamic price controversy.
Okay.
Quote, "The only thing surging at BK is the fire. We don't believe in charging people more when they're hungry." They're also offering a free Whopper or Impossible Whopper through the app.
For any reason, just like
I think to go, hey, we'll give it to you for
Wendy's
free.
is going to gouge you. We will give you a free one.
Chick-fil-A is now telling customers to toss dipping cups of Polynesian sauce because the cups were found to contain a different sauce, and that contains some certain allergens. So if you've got some that you've left in the fridge, or maybe you got them last week, they suggest tossing them.
How long do those last, by the way? Because I got some. I know I have some in the drawer in this office. I don't know how old they are.
I don't know.
How long do you hold on to a sauce packet?
I don't know.
I've squeezed
In the
some
fridge-
ketchup out before, and it's like, that's
Oh,
not
I
good.
guess. And ketchup's not supposed to go bad.
Yeah, right. But I've seen some.
I've seen some
That's not really red.
that I go, nope,
Yep.
that's not the right color.
I might need to go ditch my Polynesian sauce that's in there.
Just a
Then
heads up.
dang.
A driver is recovering after spending 2 days on the side of a cliff after his car rolled several hundred feet down the California hillside. He swerved to miss a deer, then was ejected through the car's sunroof.
Whoa! You never hear about anybody going through the sunroof, really?
Not too often.
Windshield, yes, but not. Phew.
Yeah, right out the sunroof
Was he got like the James Bond ejector seat or something?
as he rode down a hill.
And he was
Near
stuck out there for
Big
how?
Sur.
2 days?
2 days down a cliff.
Holy smokes! What a ride, man!
Yep. And a man in Germany suffered a horrific ordeal this week. I mean, horrific.
I can already tell he lost some private parts or something, didn't he?
When his dog bit his manhood off, he ate the whole thing, just, and then he ate it. Chewed it up, swallowed it, ate it.
I bet he was doing the helicopter or something. Dog thought it was a toy. I bet that's what happened. Bet he was naked doing the helicopter. And the dog goes, balls! Yeah! Yay! We're playing!
Balls and sticks and a stick. Oh.
And that's why you be careful about that.
You don't be naked around your dog.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
Especially if it's a dog that likes to play fetch.
Yeah, because he got it. I got it. I got the stick, Dad.
Ate it. Good boy, right? Good boy. The man is in serious condition. The authorities expect him to pull through, but he, yes, will not have a manhood.
He'll never be the same.
He bit the whole thing off.
Bet he's a cat guy from here on out. That's just a guess.
That's good. Pretty bummed to see this. I did not know this happened. But we may never get to see the Coyote versus Acme movie because Warner Brothers decided $115 million tax write-off would be more lucrative than the actual releasing the movie.
It probably is.
And that's a shame, according to Will Forte, who plays Wylie E. Coyote's lawyer in the movie.
Oh, man.
Because he got to see it. And then he wrote an open letter to the cast and crew and talked about how great it was. He said, quote, "When I first heard that our movie is getting deleted, I hadn't seen it yet. So I was thinking, ooh, this must be a hunk of junk.
Yeah.
Must not be good." But then he saw it and he says, it's actually really, really good. It's incredible.
But just movies aren't making that much money now.
Super funny throughout, visually stunning, sweet, sincere, emotionally resonant in every way. He says the credits rolled. He just sat there thinking how lucky I was as Will that I got to be a part of this. It's that good.
But nobody will ever get to see it.
But reading this now makes me even more upset that we possibly will never see it.
Oh, we'll get to see it. There will be a bootleg version of this somewhere, right? What's the protocol? They take the loss and then it's shelved, or
I think
it's destroyed?
I don't know. Apparently, he said his, just this, how great it was, turned quickly to confusion and frustration. This was the movie they're not going to release, he thought. And he said, please know that all the years of hard work, dedication, and love that you put into the movie shows. And then he wrote, that's all, folks.
Yeah, okay.
John Cena and Lana Condor is in the movie as well.
John Cena has been in some turds, kind of.
Yeah, he's been in some good ones.
Yeah, some. I don't know her. I am a little bummed, though. Wylie Coyote's like one of my favorites.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a really too bad, man.
Will to talk it up that highly makes me now really want to see it.
I kind of bet.
If Will would have went, it's probably good that they shelved it. It's not.
How would you feel if you're like, hey,
that didn't quite turn out. The editing didn't quite turn out like it's supposed to.
You did a year's worth of work, and nobody will ever see it. We'd rather take a loss on our taxes.
That $115 million loss. That must have been what it took to make the movie.
Yeah, that hurts.
And it's hard for me to think that it would not make back $115 million.
I would think so. They usually do well.
It's got Coyote and Acme.
Yeah, you would think it'd be all right.
If you deal with chronic debilitating pain.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Bad pain all the time.
And there's people that have done construction, I know, that are listening right now. If that is you, you get this. And there are some things you just can't do. One of those is throwing a Christmas tree. You just can't throw a Christmas tree.
You physically may not be able to.
Right. Well, a 36-year-old woman in Ireland was in a car accident 7 years ago. Her vehicle was rear-ended, and she filed a personal lawsuit for $825,000. She claimed that she was left in a disabling condition.
Okay.
She claimed she had constant back and neck pain that prevented her from working for more than 5 years. She also couldn't play with her children. She couldn't carry out her basic chores. She couldn't even take out the trash.
Whoa. All right, that's a pretty serious claim.
And you know what? And if that happens...
And it does. It does happen.
And it does happen. And for the people that have these actually conditions because of accidents, it's bad.
Yeah.
Or work-related injuries and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's a bad thing. But now you have to fight it harder because of this. The case was tied up for a while. Recently, the court was shown a newspaper photo in 2018, less than a year after her crash.
Oh, okay.
Showing this woman participating in a Christmas tree throwing contest. Of all things.
Did she win?
A Christmas tree throwing contest. Apparently that's the thing.
I could not work. I could not do my chores. I
got the trash.
Can't take out the trash even. But I could chuck a Christmas tree like you wouldn't believe.
She's actually heaving a large spruce tree in the photo.
In the picture? Oh, no, you're sunk. You're screwed.
And like really chucking it. She's chucking it pretty good. That's a big tree. That's like as big as her. The woman said that even though she may have looked very happy throwing that tree, and she does. She looks so giddy. Yes, so giddy she's throwing that tree.
What a fun event. How could you not be?
But she said she was in excruciating pain at the time.
I don't. Yeah.
Well, the judge didn't buy it, threw her case out. Yeah. So she's not getting 820. She's getting zero. Big goose egg. If she would just have not thrown the tree.
Yeah, I think. I'm not saying she didn't have pain. I think the judge is.
You just can't throw a tree.
You didn't have enough pain to justify what you're asking for, or it isn't nearly as bad as you were letting on it is.
I mean, at least go, the only reason I was chucking the tree and in this competition is, well, they were holding my dog hostage and they were going to kill it. I had to.
God, that's what a contest that is. Where are you? What kind of festivals are you going to?
I'm not saying that they were. I was saying, that there was.
It's got to be something wild. You just I bet she won like $50 too.
Oh, she might not even have won. That's the thing I'm curious about. Did she win? I was
Yeah.
like you.
Did she win?
Did she win? How much did she get?
Since you cost yourself $800 and some $1,000, I hope you at least won something. A new Christmas tree, probably.
A brand new tree.
It do my heart good to know that the Irish justice system works about as fast as ours.
Yeah.
So 7 years later.
Yeah, about the end.
This all comes out.
If it would have been settled much sooner, she might have been fine.
She'd have been fine.
There, dumbass.
Doritos are delicious.
They are.
I'm not sure if I would axe murder someone over them, but still delicious.
Yeah. Don't think I'd go that far either.
Well, two guys were hanging outside a post office on a Sunday afternoon this past weekend.
Strange. Interesting. I've never
because-
hung out outside the post office.
Because, where else do you want to hang out than outside a post office?
This is where we always sit, hang out.
And they were trying to share a bag of Doritos
Okay.
as they were hanging out in front of the post office talking.
Yeah, you got to have a snack.
But one guy was hogging them.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So the other guy grabbed a stick and demanded his fair share.
Yeah.
His friend apparently responded by walking over to a witch's hat.
Back that up again. What, a
witch's hat.
Is this just a name for something I don't know?
Yeah, it's Australian slang for a traffic cone.
Okay. All right. I wondered why there was a witch's hat around.
Well, it was nearby.
Yeah.
And he grabbed an axe hiding underneath it.
He had to have put that there, right? Surely.
Just random axes.
He didn't just get lucky. Or there's an axe under every traffic cone in Australia. I doubt.
Yes, that's really what happens. I'm not making this up. And no, we can't explain why a witch's hat or a traffic cone would have an axe under it next to a post office.
I can't.
But that's Australia.
Yeah. Well, everything there can kill you. Even the traffic cones.
So you never know. Fortunately, two cops saw the stick versus axe fight brewing. Mm-hmm. They decided to break it up. The guy with the axe was arrested for threatening behavior and being armed in public. The other guy set free, I guess, to eat the rest of the Doritos.
Yeah. No, I bet the one with the axe took him and claimed him as his possessions when he got booked into jail. Save these for me for when I make bail. What a bizarre thing. I wonder what the cops think when they wheel up on this. Like, what is going on here?
It's another Sunday in Australia.
I guess so. All right. Well, you can't fight that hard over Doritos, you dumbass.
What a dumbass.
Her classroom.
With real swords.
With real swords, yeah. And had the kids duel for 2 minutes each. Of course, one student now injured, requiring surgery. This happened a while back, by the way, and the lawsuit is probably what's bringing it to public attention. So, bad move if you're teaching class. Probably not the thing to do. What did you learn?
I learned that the Wylie Coyote Acme movie that Will Forte is in. Heath says it's amazing. He finally got to see it, but they're scrapping it as a tax write-off. Mm-hmm. So supposedly we will never see this movie, and it will never see the light of day.
I would have liked seeing Will Forte try to play a lawyer, too, because he's kind of a different brand of comedy. Mm-hmm. It would have been interesting to see.
He was playing Wylie Coyote's lawyer.
Yeah.
But he says it's amazing, but we'll never get to see it because they decided that it will not be released. They will take a tax write-off.
I wonder if, like, way down the line, we'll get it on a streaming service or something. I kind of hope so, but it feels like that's a shelved for life thing. We don't know.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah. All right. That's too bad. Let's share one more laugh. What do we have?
Well, I guess in honor of the lady that chucked the Christmas tree and cost herself $825,000 because she said she was too injured to do even basic stuff like take out the trash.
Yeah.
Here is Ryan Foyle on falling out of a tree while wearing his MC Hammer parachute pants.
When I was a little kid, back in 1991, when MC Hammer was cool, I was climbing into a tree house, and there was a tornado like the day before, and I fell out of the treehouse, and I had on my MC Hammer parachute pants, but that don't work. And I fell, and the fall, I was okay from the fall, but when I got back up, I had a 2x4 stuck to my leg because it had nails, and now they were in my leg. So we had to go to the emergency room, and in the emergency room, they're like, okay, Ryan, we're going to have to cut your pants off. And I was really, really upset. And I probably said something like, no, you can't touch this. Because I was awful. And they cut my MC Hammer parachute pants, which were a lovely purple pattern. And I continued to keep wearing them as MC Hammer cut-off shorts, which look a lot like a skirt.